Konnichiwa and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning as the case may be, and welcome to the J-MELO Weekly Report for the 11th of December, 2011. This week, J-MELO was in Moscow, Russia. Now, I know what everybody's thinking, and if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're right. Wait, J-MELO in Russia. That would have to mean that, yep. It turns out that Japanese music even penetrated the motherland, Mother Russia as they call it. And they visited a festival there called J-Fest, which has been running for the third year in a row now. One of the notable musicians that was there was an individual named Khan. Now, that's by the way it's spelled K-A-N. If that name sounds familiar to anybody, it should, because Khan was the responsible for this. Matter of fact, this was a song he performed at the festival, Awakatsu, or translated, Love Will Win. This was the single that was put out to benefit the Japanese across at the time of the March 11th disaster, the earthquake and the tsunami, and this is a very good single. He actually performed this by himself. So he was there, and we also got to meet different people who were asked what kind of musicians what artists they liked, and here were the names of some of them: Yellow Fried Chicken, Versailles, and the Gazette. We also got to meet Tomomi and Tomomi Nishimoto, who is a conductor over there, Japanese Conductor in Russia. Now, they performed a song that was a little bit different. Unfortunately, I couldn't find that one, but I was able to find the song that was performed on the show was called Prince Igor. Actually, it was for an opera called Prince Igor. The song I found I'm going to give you the link to is Brahms Hungarian Dance No. 1 in G minor. Other songs I'm going to give you the links to will be from Yellow Fried Chicken, The End of the Day, Versailles, Masquerade, and the Gazette, Filth in the Beauty. Oh yeah, and Halko Momi, School Days, Let Me Love You. We also got to find out about some artists in Okinawa that performed at a festival called Nipponia, Nipponia, who actually were born outside of Japan, specifically, in order, Alberto Shiroma from Peru, Claudia Oshiro from Argentina, and Marcia from Brazil. Now, there was also, and I actually didn't mention this in the original recording, which is why actually I'm doing this again, they also had, for the first time ever, a cosplay contest. And what did my eyes spy? But, well, let's just put it this way. Two people decided to cosplay as characters from my favorite anime of all time, and then those of you who follow me on my other channel, you know exactly where we're going. Bam! Specifically, one cosplayed as Sailor Moon or Toshiko Yasagi, and the other one cosplayed as Reino or Sailor Mars. And yes, I know this one's got a big ass head, but what do you want to do? Anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. It was their first year doing it, even though the actual festival's been running now for 3 years. It was definitely something really cool, and I think if you live in Russia and live in Moscow, you definitely owe it to yourself to go to this thing and to see what's up in the music scene, the Japanese music scene over there. Now, before we end the program tonight, I have well, I don't want to call it a rant, but just something I need to think about. Just something that kind of irritated me. So, I'm looking for one of Versailles videos to put in for this week to associate with them. And I find Masquerade, of course. Someone decided that it would be in their best interest to take the video and chipmunk it. If you don't know what that means, it means you make the characters sound like they have a chipmunk voice. And they put in the description the following, and this is kind of irritates me. Quote, if you don't like chipmunks, go away. This is my MY video. Okay, there's one problem. Last I checked, the Versailles Harmonic Quintet was not actually under contract to you. They're under contract to Warner Music of Japan. So no, it is not your video to do with what you want. Just something I thought I'd bring to people's attention. Just because you find the video does not mean it gives you the right to manipulate it in such a way that could potentially violate copyrights, especially if it is copyrighted by, oh, I don't know, some big company like Warner Music. Just saying. Warner Music or Sony Music of Japan, with Sony Music Entertainment, which they've been notorious for pulling down the videos from the group Claris when people put them up, which is kind of stupid, but well, maybe we'll get into that some other day. But nonetheless, I do not mean to end these things on a rant ever. It's just something I noticed and it kind of bugged me. Because you find the video does not mean you're allowed to manipulate it. And don't give me fair use because that video is copyrighted by someone else, not, and its name does not belong to you. Just a thought. Anyways, let me know what you think about that, by the way. People manipulating videos like that, especially if they are copyrighted by some other group. Because I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on that. Nonetheless, I will see you next Sunday for the report. And I will see you on Wednesday for the next episode of Anime Openings and Endings. So until then, my friends, sayonara.